What's up, you guys? Welcome back. So for today's video, I'm going to be doing the highly anticipated tattoo tour. So when you first started asking me about this, I'm like, why do they want to see that? I still have skin left. Like, I'm not even close to done. But then I just decided, you know what? I'm going to take you on this journey with me. I'm going to make tattoo vlogs, and once a year, I'm going to do a tattoo tour to kind of update everyone with my tattoos and how my journey has come with that. And before we get started, I just have to kind of put a disclaimer out there. Not all of my tattoos have this deep, meaning, you know what I mean? Sometimes I see a tattoo and I'm like, hey, cool, that looks awesome, stick it on me. So I don't overthink my tattoos. Sometimes I just like it and I get it. So they don't all have a meaning. And I think that's kind of what people want to hear. They want to hear the stories. I do have stories with my tattoos, but not all of them are like, oh, this is my ancestor's name. No, none of that. So let's go ahead and get started. This first tattoo is going to make my mom cry, probably. Look at it. Ugh. Okay, so I'm sorry, Mom, but I got this when I was 15 years old, and I snuck out, and I was doing cocaine in someone's kitchen, and this guy was like, who wants a tattoo? Always say no. If some guy in a kitchen's like, hey, do you want a tattoo? In some janky apartments, tell them no, thank you. And just go to a professional shop, right? Or wait till you turn 18 and think it through. But I was like, ooh, I do. Sounds like a great idea, bro. And it hurt so bad that I'm surprised I ever got tattoos after this, because it's right on the bone and he wasn't good at all. He was like digging the needle way too deep into my skin, and I was cringing, and I thought, just drink Jack Daniels and do some more cocaine and it's not gonna hurt. No, I kind of passed out at that party and woke up at 5 a.m. and I'm like, oh shit, I must have hurt my ankle. Not even remembering what I just did. And I looked down and I'm like, oh God. It already looked gross. I didn't know how to take care of it. And then it started to heal and I picked at it. So that's why it looks disgusting, so bad. So, oh, it's my zodiac. Did I say that? Some people think it says me. It's supposed to be my Virgo sign. Okay, next tattoo. This tattoo actually means something to me, and I got it because I would go down to New York City all the time, and I would see people passing by, homeless people, and ignoring them, and this bothers me to my core. Still to this day, I hate it. I can't stand it. I give homeless people money all the time. I don't care if you judge me for it. I don't care if you don't like that. I can't drive by them and not help them in some way. So I also do blessing bags. This is kind of a story, but I put gloves and socks and hygiene products and maybe a $5 bill. I put it in a bag. Oh, and dog food, because they always have dogs. Not always, but I always put dog food in it, because what if they have a dog, right? So I hand that out when I see homeless people. So this quote says, glance upon the suffering that you turn your eyes away from, because a lot of people think homeless people are invisible, or they just don't see them and they walk past them, or it makes them uncomfortable. But I think you should have a conversation with them. You have no idea what that person has gone through in their life. Maybe they're a veteran. Maybe they lost their job. I mean, you just don't know. So I can't stand seeing homeless people, and I try so hard to help them. And that's something that I did even in my addiction. I would go to White Castle and buy tons of burgers, or go to McDonald's and buy tons of burgers and hand them out. So, that's my challenge to you guys. Just try to be kind to someone, because you don't know their situation. Okay, this next tattoo is a clover. I don't know why I got a clover. It's not even a 4-leaf clover. It's a 3-leaf clover. I don't know. I just said, hey, that looks cool. Stick it on me. And there's a giant scar through it. It's terrible. So I'm going to try to get this covered up. I have no idea what to put there. I also don't know if the ink is going to stay, but we will see. I will let you guys know. Okay, this next one kind of set off my addiction, really, for tattoos. I went to a tattoo shop and I said, hey, I need a cover-up tattoo, and I don't care what you put there. Whatever will fit the shape of my body, stick it on me. And he said, hey, okay, how about a clover? I'm sorry, how about a feather? And I was like, cool, feathers sound cool. I like birds. And that was literally the story. But I was so happy that it no longer said Randy. It had my ex-boyfriend's name tattooed on me, because I was ride or die. And just a little fun story for you. He has my name tattooed on his neck. So, don't do it, kids. Don't get your boyfriend's name tattooed on you. I feel like it's bad luck, And if you break up, you're stuck with that, kind of. You could totally get a cover up like I did. But when I got this tattoo and I walked out of the tattoo shop, I was like, you know what? I took my body back. That's just really how I felt. I felt so good that I no longer had my ex-boyfriend's name tattooed on me, and it was a really shitty tattoo anyway. This guy didn't know what he was doing, so there's the story with that. Okay. This next piece is my sleeve, and I feel like I have to look at it on camera, but to see like all the stuff that's in there. So there's a light bulb in there, and there's a tree inside the light bulb, and there's birds coming out of it, which I love. The whole concept of that is just really intriguing to me. And like 10 years ago, I drew up this sketch, which was the light bulb, and I said, you know what, this is what I want. And it just so happened 2 years ago, I found it on Instagram. So I'm like, oh, that's amazing. Put that on me. So, and then there's Felix. He is a bee, and I love bees. I mean, obviously I love animals, period, but I have this kind of attachment to bees. I don't know why, but I really like them. I'm also allergic to them. I don't know if that's like, there's a psychological thing going on there, but I love bees. So there's a beehive around the bee, and then there's my crew numbers. It says 022 from the magazine crew. 022, gotta rep it, you know? So the back of my arm is flowers and a clock. That clock is set to 4:36 in the morning, and I just wanted to do that to symbolize the last time that I got high, because I'm stronger than my addiction, and I have 7 years sober now, so I wanted to throw something in there that kind of tied into addiction and my strength and recovery. You know, there's also lightning storms on that. I love thunderstorms. I don't know if I'm the only person, but I love rain and I love thunderstorms. I think there's nothing more relaxing than a good rainstorm. You know, like just the sound of the rain, the smell of the rain. I'm probably crazy, but I am obsessed with it. So that is all my tattoos to date. Pretty soon I will get the quote, no half measures. And if you guys know what that's from, put it down below. I wanna see who knows, who's a true fan of what I'm talking about, because I think it's awesome. So yeah, I'm gonna have no half measures go right here. And there might be some other stuff around it. So you guys will just have to stay tuned for that. I hope you guys like this tattoo tour. I will see you next time. Bye.